In this season's 7 episode of SpongeBob, we immediately start out with Patrick and SpongeBob putting on ski masks to rob a bank, which is already way off character. Did the writers even watch the old episodes? I mean, we don't even see sardines in the bank, but stick figures with anime hair? I don't get the joke here. As we witness SpongeBob entering a bank with a menacing expression on his face, we are left to question what has driven him to such drastic measures. Is it greed, desperation, madness? Regardless of the answer, one thing is clear. This is not the SpongeBob we know and love. And immediately they forgot their freaking weapons. Seriously, how stupid are you? So they grab their weapons and bust back into the bank where they're seriously just standing there the whole time SpongeBob and Patrick were grabbing their guns. Suddenly, we're interrupted by an advertisement. Talk about a mood killer. But wait, this isn't your typical ad. It's for something called wall scrap. Now I know what you're thinking. What the heck is wall scrap? Well, apparently it's a way for you to get any picture or meme on a sheet of metal with magnets. So if you're the type of person whose landlord hates nails and holes in the wall, and if you're tired of your posters being taped down, this might just be the thing for you. It seems like wall scrap is a solution that even the pickiest of landlords can't argue with. And the best part? You're not just decorating your space. You're also helping the environment by reducing waste. So if you're interested, why not give wall scrap a try? Now, back to our regularly scheduled program. So, after the bank robbing, they end up with toilet paper. Toilet paper. Freaking toilet paper. Can you believe it? The most mundane, everyday item is what they end up with. The green-haired cashier, who had a shotgun to his face, gave them toilet paper. The quality of which, by the way, is absolutely abysmal. It's the kind that feels like sandpaper. You know, the one-ply stuff that's so thin it practically disintegrates upon touch. And let's not even get started on the environmental impact of toilet paper. The absurd waste of resources, the destruction of forests for something so temporary and disposable, it's truly mind-boggling. This episode managed to highlight, in its own bizarre way, the ludicrousness of our patterns. And Patrick has to go to the bathroom because, of course, he does. So they rob the bank again, with the SJW stick figures just standing there again. The role toilet paper plays in this episode is so absurd, it's almost comical. It becomes this pivotal item, this thing of utmost importance, which is downright ridiculous when you think it. They only get $1.20 from the whole bag. Patrick thinks $1.20 is enough, while SpongeBob expects at least $1 million from a Microsoft Paint bank. From bank robbery to toilet paper to the bathroom, it's a wild ride of an episode. But let's not forget the underlying absurdities it inadvertently shines a light on. They bust back in for shock humor as SpongeBob and Patrick guns down the whole bank for not getting what they wanted on a freaking kids show. Instead of police showing up to the scene, Squidward and Mr. Krabs put on saw masks and blows up SpongeBob and Patrick, but get killed by SpongeBob in the process. As Mr. Krabs and Squidward close in on SpongeBob, we are left to ponder the consequences of his actions. What will become of our once-beloved character now that he has crossed this moral boundary? Will he face justice for his crimes, or will he continue down a path of darkness and corruption? After a bomb blows up SpongeBob, the bank is just fine and still intact. Not only that, but a green-haired guy that was behind a door the whole time managed to not only survive everything, but be oblivious afterwards, which is just purely moronic. So let's talk about the green-haired guy who was behind a door the whole time. This character somehow managed to survive everything, including a bank robbery, a toilet paper heist, and a full-on explosion. And he did all this while staying behind a closed door. Is this even remotely realistic? Now let's not forget the red spray tool. This tool, which was used liberally throughout the episode, somehow never made it to our green-haired friend. Was he impenetrable? Or did the creators just forget about him when they were dousing everyone else in red spray? And then there's his obliviousness. After all that chaos and destruction, this guy just gets up, dusts himself off, and carries on with his life, seemingly unaware of the carnage that just took place. This level of absurdity is unprecedented, even for a show that regularly features a talking sponge. This is just another example of the absurdity and lack of realism in this episode. But hey, it's SpongeBob. What did we really expect? In conclusion, SpongeBob robbing a bank is a harrowing and deeply disturbing episode, even for Season 7. Its shocking content and bleak depiction of criminal behavior make it a difficult watch for even the most hardened SpongeBob fans. How was this allowed on Nickelodeon? Remember to dislike this video and unsubscribe for less content.